Alright, red-green Scapeshift aggro, chat. We've got all of the landfall idiots, pretty much, that get bigger when lands come into play. These two notably having trample. And then we've got the card Scapeshift here to sacrifice lands and then put that many lands from your battlefield, or from your deck onto your battlefield. So you play this, you pump up your board a whole bunch, and you attack for a bunch. We've got some Llanowar Elves to do it all a little quicker. We've got some Pick-Axes and some Embercleaves to help punch through. We've got some spell lands here to help us split out a little bit less. We're playing 16 actual lands, but we've got 16 additional land spell split cards. So let's go ahead and dive into some games with this and see if this is sufficiently linear to get on the scoreboard at all here tonight. Worth noting here how much worse this is than Stomping Ground. Because I have to play this as a red source to play this, I can't play this till after I play my land on turn 2, which means I miss 2/2. Yeah, this hand's fine. This is a little awkward, but definitely keepable. That was probably the best draw in the deck. So next turn we get to go Pick-Axe, equip, Fabled Passage, get +4, +8, +12. It's appropriate that this mountain has a missile taking off while this is happening. Alright, I don't know if this deck is good, but it's definitely great. Land. Nothing to see here. Shocked for absolutely no reason. Never not dead to cleave, chat. Never not dead to cleave. Bonecrusher Giant and Abrade sound good. I'm gonna trim the Pick-Axe. I'm gonna trim... trim the Cleave. Yeah, Scapeshift to do something similar. I mean, to be fair, Scapeshift there would have been very similar to Cleave, right? It would have given our Trampler something. Bringing Cage their Coco deck. I don't think Cage does enough against just Collected Company. Hopefully we draw an untapped land on turn 1 here. Sweet. So now I can go Pathway on green, Brushfire Elemental, Fabled Passage attack for 10 on 3. I could have sworn they were blue, right? They were banned. They're likely playing Bant Company. Bant Company till the day they die. My opponent and I are currently playing a can never beat Claim the Firstborn mirror match. Don't think either of our decks are competitive against that card. Brushfire is sweet. I agree. I like Brushfire a lot. Just kill them before they get 1 mana. Big brain play. So, with the Stomping Ground drawn here, I think we Skyclave Geopede first, right? And then we can go this into this the following turn. Well, that's just rude. Yeah, they definitely made our sequencing choices here. Big agree. No one else hearing the Discord ping in the background of the stream. Well, there's no Discord on... My Discord doesn't have notifications enabled. And my cell phone is off. Just don't have to worry about getting Spell Quellered off a Collected Company yet. Wow, that's rude. Wow, that's rude. The Red War Boss, thanks for the quarter view. I appreciate that. Welcome back. They're dead, right? We killed them with Brushfire Elemental and then we stomped them. But it's just like playing can't block Brushfire Elemental Tribal. Good first set. Oh, you know what? I started building a deck for this. I haven't restarted Arena. It's been launched for 2 hours. Started getting a little laggy. Give it the old re-kick there. How are you doing, folks? Good evening. Welcome to Hoaglandia. Thanks for dropping by. If you're a new viewer, my name is Jeff Hoagland. I stream full-time here on Twitch. We do a bunch of Magic the Gathering. We play some Legends of Runeterra. We do some variety stuff. Mostly role-playing games and strategy games. We do variety stuff. I'm here every morning and every evening during the week, Monday through Friday. I'm here in mornings on the weekends as well. Should I sub? If you are financially able to and it is a responsible decision for you to do so, you are more than welcome to. Twitch subscribers are the people that make this be my job. Would not be here without them. Yeah, this hand's fine, right? It's a 3-lander. We've got Brushfire into Skyclave into Scapeshift, kill on 4 potentially. Any Morrowind tonight? Nope, just planning to wrap on Historic this evening. Morrowind will be a weekly segment, so that'll definitely be back next week. I've been enjoying that playthrough as well. It's been fun. Our opponents got some ramp, chat. We're gonna get turn 4 Ugin. I think we're gonna get turn 4 Ugin, which is a shame because we're gonna kill them. We'd kill them on our turn 4. Peak non-rotating format. Got turn 4 Ugin and couldn't kill them on our turn 4 because of it. That's not the Ugin I was worried about, so that's nice. They might still be dead, huh? Yeah, I think they're still dead. Yeah, definitely, Lucas. Like, the number of people that you have the number of people that have to be willing to give you, you know, $5 a month to make something like this a job, as opposed to trying to live off of ad revenue like YouTube, is just night and day different. Stand down. Stand down. So this Scapeshift is 16 power, and I already have 4, so we're going to attack for 20 next turn. Good start to the night. Oh, and I get +4 from just playing the land out, too. Nice. Isn't the way to make money on YouTube with direct sponsorship? Sure, but that's still ad revenue, Snarglefraz. So, like, the amount of viewers you have to, like, be worthwhile making a living off of direct sponsorships is still very high. Triggers go brr. Brr. Alright, so this is probably not a Spikefield Hazard matchup, and I think I can afford to cut that. I'm still at, like, 28 lands even without it. We'll bring in 2 Abrades and 2 Wilts, I think. I'm financially unstable. Tree Fitty could just fly off at a whim. Thanks for the support, Niv. And the War Boss, thanks for the resub. Was that a second ago? That was a second ago. Yeah, this is fine. Yeah, Scapeshift was actually just better than Embercleave there, huh? Which is kind of wild. But Twitch in general seems more sustainable as a career option. I don't know. It's hard. So, like, this whole industry, like, Twitch is newer than YouTube even, and, like, the whole online content industry in general is still just very new. So I think it's really hard to gauge too much one direction or the other, like, what could potentially be sustainable long term. You think a Grazer over Elf, your land count is kind of high? Maybe? I could see that being okay. Yeah, doing this, I pay self-employment tax as well. And I've talked about, you know, my position before too. A big part of why Twitch is able to be my job too is because my wife has a professional job. Like, if I had to pay for health insurance for... If I had to pay for health insurance for my family of 5 off of what I make streaming, I probably couldn't realistically. I'm gonna hold the elf for now because they have a blast zone. Grazer can't play dual face cards. Alright, Grazer's out. You're out of here. Is Sumer gonna get blast zoned this turn? Which is sad, because then I can't Embercleave. They're just conceding, sure. For people that don't live in the United States, Christy and I actually talked about when this, like, picked up more and, like, you know, I've had 2,000 to 3,000 current subscribers for, probably over a year and a half now, maybe close to 2 years. I forget exactly what I jumped up to there, but we talked about and looked into her quitting her job, and my family of 5 health insurance per month would be $2,500 to $3,000. And that's just to cover, like, catastrophic expenses, basically. Like, if you need prescriptions or go to the doctor or anything like that, you have to pay more on top of that, is how the American healthcare system works. I think this is too slow. Yeah, this seems much better. It is morally abhorrent that we tie people's ability to acquire medical care to their job. These cards have been consistently much worse than Stomping Ground, but they're better than basics, so it is what it is. Huh? I think with this draw, I want to put this into play. It's tough, though. Really need to draw a land next turn. This is the awkward part about a landfall aggro deck, right? Like, without land, suddenly I have to stop attacking. They have a removal spell here. I feel like if my opponent plays this game well from here, they probably can't lose, but if they mess up, we might get a chance to kill them with these Skyclave Pick-Axes. That's not a vampire, you cheated. Maybe I should have split these up. They have a Doomblade. I'm pretty sad they have like an Eliminate here. Probably a Stomp Abrade matchup. Cleave seems a little slow. Let's try this. Yeah, I think we could beat one interaction there, two is tough. Yeah, this is good. Tapped on one. Pathway, Elemental, Stomping Ground, Geopede. So again, this can't be blocked by things with power 2 or less. We just get to get in here. We play Elves because we have a bunch of 3-drops in our deck, and Elves lets you play 3-drops a turn early. I'm gonna shock this in so I can hold up Stomp this turn, I think. We're definitely abrading the Gifted Aether board. I probably also want to stomp something. Hopefully they plus this with the sacrifice mode, and then I kill both their vampires in response here. I don't think a particular jargon has been decided on yet for what these lands do. That's like pretty close to lethal, huh? I'm gonna let them have the option to chump block with their knight to save the Sorin, I think. Well, so Bolt lands, I like Bolt lands for the mythic ones, but Bolt land isn't applicable to the non-mythic ones, right? MDFCs is really a mouthful. Yeah, spell land is probably not terrible. Scapeshift. put this into play tapped. I think I want to hold on to the Turntimber Symbiosis. This is the better of these two to keep in hand. In case we draw a brick next turn. Scapeshift no longer an out, which is sad, but it is what it is. No, the Giant was in exile. Alright, that means Scapeshift is a good draw again. That's a good pull too. Gives it lifelink. This has Death Touch. Do I crack the Fabled Passage for 1 point of trample? I think the answer is no. Close game. I'm gonna attack their face, so if they draw another brick, they die. I think I'm happy with how they boarded. You want a good way to search for them on Arena? Click the land filter option and then set the advanced search options to converted mana costs that are bigger than 0. Type land CMC greater than 0. Stomp on 2 good enough. I feel like the answer is no. It's also not very good. Right, they're a Thoughtseize deck. Probably should have kept the first land because they were a Thoughtseize deck. That was a mistake. Should never mulligan in the Thoughtseize matchup. It's a good draw. I get to kill that, but this can be blocked by this, so there's really not a lot I can do. I guess I can passage, and then I attack, and if they block, I crack the passage and eat their thing. Correct, Marty. Hey, I think we're dead here. Close game 2. Games 1 and 3 just got a little railed. Should you have Fabled Passage either way for 2 damage? No. By holding the Fabled Passage, I threaten to pump it some more later, which means I can attack into their 4/4 again the following turn. So by holding the Fabled Passage, the threat of the 2/2 means that they can't block my thing profitably in the future either. Hey, Sugio, thanks for the 7 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Hey, that seems great. Someone was asking earlier why we play Llanowar Elves in our landfall deck, and so you can do things like play these on turn 2. So you have to go Elf into this, play a land, make them both bigger with 1/1 counters. Yeah, the new Nighthawk is sweet. You could theoretically splash red and play the new 6-drop, but you probably want to wait till you have a red-black pathway to do that. Really, really excited for Historic to get the rest of the pathways. Also really excited for Kaladesh Remastered to happen to give us fast lands. Like, once aggro decks have fast lands, pathway, shockland in this format, like, those colors are going to be really good to go. Wizards, if you're out there, putting all 10 fast lands into Kaladesh would be a good idea. It would be 40 easy rare wild cards from all your Historic players, so you should do it because it's profitable as well. Not only is it something we want, but it's profitable for you to do. But my suggestion makes them money, chat. They like money. Do I skip getting a 1/1 counter on this to play around Censor? I think the answer is yes. If they liked money, they'd have full Arc Razor. I would bet that implementing the other 5 fast lands is way easier than implementing a borderless card. No, they rolled that back, the letter. God, who is just the thinnest, smartest wizard there ever wizard, chat? Alright, tap out for something dumb so I can kill you with Scapeshift. Rats. Alright, we're gonna hold this back to play around Wrath of God. We'll cast Embercleave this turn, I think. You got it. Take 8 down to 9. Goodbye, friends. Yeah, it wasn't absorb at least. God bless. Oh man, do you not have a sweeper? That's so good for me. Alright, if they don't have a sweeper, I really want to draw an untapped land so we can Brushfire and Scapeshift. Who's got 2 thumbs and refuses to play around Settle the Wreckage? This guy right here. Yes, I'm gonna attack with these 2. I need to attack with 2 so we beat Seal Away. They don't have Seal Away. Meow. Do I click submit? I don't really have any cards with the control matchup in my board, huh? Maybe it's just like Scavenging Ooze over Embercleave to increase my threat density a little bit. I don't hate that. Sure. Maybe I should put some Planeswalkers in my sideboard to increase my threat density a bit. That's a good thought. Wilt could be okay because of cast out and other enchantments. I like that idea. If we go to a game 3, we'll board Wilt in. It's a good suggestion. The Fling Land. I didn't have room for it, Tiger. I don't think that's better than any of the cards you're already playing. I'd rather have Spikefield as my extra spell land because it being a little bit interactive is nice sometimes. Yeah, either of the Viviens would be good. That sounds reasonable. I haven't found a deck for black-green to see yet. I think, if you're not playing Omnath, you should wait till Monday. Hey, take 2. Yeah, an axe to pick, chat. Is Historic too fast and brutal for Knight of the Reliquary? Yes. Playing the Scythecat out before I play my land because it gets 1/1 counters. Was there a Knight of the Reliquary builder on in the queue? There is. There is. I need to try and do that. I assume the Knight of the Reliquary build around is going to be fast and sad when we play it. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, Marty. I think that deck's probably a little too good. We'll see. I paid for a banner from my graphics guy for it. So, it will be going up on the website. Yeah, definitely bringing Wilt in for the next game, huh? What's the Stormcaller deck? It Neoform and Stormcaller. We played it on stream this morning. Find it up on the YouTube channel. YouTube. YouTube. Thanks, so Sly Croissant. Metalwork Colossus is a sweet one. Especially with the food cards, like Gilded Goose is really good with that. You can play the black improvise card with it too, as gasoline. Forsaken Monument with Metalworker Colossus. Yeah, it sounds nice. Settle me, daddy. Oh, yeah. You know, just what I like. Emerald, thank you for the 17 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. I have been neutralized. So, the game feels a little bit bad, but until our opponent finds a source of card advantage, we're in an okay spot. There's like 1-for-1ing back and forth here. Like, if we draw Scapeshift, we're like theoretically 2 turns away from killing them, right? Like this with the Scapeshift is lethal. That Pick-Axe especially. Think I'd rather Scythecat resolve than this. Alright, 4 Scapeshifts and 43 cards. Fabled Passage is a good draw now too. Fabled Passage is +10/+10. Hey Shin, thanks for the half year. I'm glad you're enjoying the variety stuff. Be sure to fill that in when you do the sub survey next month. We don't have any basics left. Is that true? You're right, we don't. Brutal. I should have left a forest in my deck. This card blows. I should have taken 1 basic because I needed a 7th land to cast Turntimber Symbiosis, but I should not have taken both. You want me to bottom? I mean, like, this is definitely better than my average card. I mean, I assume we get buried from here on out by the castle. That's fine. We're an aggro deck. We'll win game 3 on the play. Does the opponent have win conditions? Yeah, that's technically a win condition, right? I'll call the Spikefields and bring in a couple extra threats. Seems good. Here, kitty, 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 kitty. Here, kitty, 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 kitty. Let's do Brushfire Elemental to play around Censor again here. Still pretty far away from Turntimber Symbiosis doing anything, so... Unfortunately, just have to sit here and spin our tires mostly in matchups like this. Mostly just, our deck's not particularly high player agency. You have some sequencing decisions, but you're mostly just hoping your opponents don't have it. And, like, when they have Absorb into Wrath of God, you're probably just dead most of the time. Our deck doesn't have things like Thought Seize to be interactive. That's unfortunate. This card's very good. He's playing every format for a reason. Blight Control is such bad TV. Like, explaining to new players why the person at 20 life is conceding in board states like that is just like, it's something that new players just don't get a lot of the time. Makes it very hard to communicate what's going on in the board state and why. I mean, Explore and Pick-Axe do different things. So, like, Pick-Axe is another card to help you kill people. Explore is a card that adds consistency. Helps you see your deck more consistently. We also don't really benefit from the ramp portion of Explore too much. Explore requires you to have another land in your hand. I don't know, maybe I'm being talked into it. Yeah. If we wanted to do due diligence, maybe testing Explore over Pickaxes and Cleave could be okay, but Cleave's also been fine. It's just a good card. I mean, we're definitely an aggro combo deck. It's 1,000% what this art tip is. Decks in Magic often blur the spectrum. Yeah, they're gonna like Growth Spiral and untap Wrath of God us and just destroy us. We played a Sultai Self-Mill deck earlier today. You can find that on my YouTube channel and on my Stream Decker page. The good news is, after they settle the wreckage us here, I get to Turntimber Symbiosis next turn as like a glass half full. That's true. One of the premier decks in the format right now is a combo aggro deck in Goblins. Big agree. What incredibly interesting and stimulating gameplay. Both players made many meaningful decisions, and fun was had by all. Good back and forth magic. We had the thing. They didn't have the thing. They died. Yeah, look at that. I mean, a professional player would have had the Wrath of God on 3, right? It's what our opponent gets for their lack of professionalism, chat. Turntimber Symbiosis into Elf here, into Cragcrown Pathway 3-drop. I like the part where they made land drops, yep. Whoop. Wrong green idiot. I think whatever I play is likely to die, so I'm just gonna play the Geopede to get bigger hits in to start, rather than playing this to try and go long. Alright, now this is the game they kept Wrath of God, right? After losing the last one. Brushfire Elemental! Brushfire Elemental! Spikefield Hazard also does it in a pinch. So, also does it in a pinch. Hang on to my lands for now. Evening, shame. Yeah, catch us right at the tail end. We'll be live for another 15 minutes or so, probably. This match, then maybe one more, depending on how long this goes. If this goes to a game 3 and they drag it out. Brick for me, baby. Brick! Do 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 do. Third Wrath of God is the charm, right? Now we're just sweating arrows. Who's got 2 thumbs and isn't playing around anything? This guy right here. Alright, one more. One more it is. I think my sideboard wants a couple of anti-control cards in it. I know, like, we just got fortunate to win there, but I think I want a couple of planeswalkers in my sideboard. It's probably Big Viv, huh? I think Big Viv's the answer. So I need someone. My monsters need someone to advocate for them, chat. Thanks, Food Lion. Good evening. Easy deck of the day tag, at least. At a number of reasonable games so far. Is that why Vivien is a Republican? Because she advocates for monsters? I mean, I'm pretty sure the creatures in my decks are offended that you just compared them to the GOP. Pretty sure they don't appreciate that. We literally have an elephant. Gosh, that's super true, isn't it? Man, we're gonna get eliminated. Please just be Censor. Please just be Censor. Don't kill my Skycat. Have a heart. What my Skycat ever do to you? I'm just gonna play a different match. I don't feel like playing against main deck Aether Gust. I got one more match in me. I'm not gonna make it against main deck Aether Gust. Yeah. This format, like, I'm enjoying our games, but Historic is not a well-balanced format. Fine set. So there was the SCG challenge event that just fired and finished. Only one player in it didn't register 4 Euros, and that player chose to register 3 Euros instead. It's a standard event. What a joke. Oh. We've been in the queue for almost 70 seconds, chat. What is going on? I think because I think you'd rather have Explore than Grazer, but I think you want the acceleration on 1. The fact that Grazer can't put a double face spell into play as a land means it's not good enough. It's a little sketch. Hoping to draw an untapped land on 2 here to play this. Nailed it. We're playing mono green ramp with Cobra. Interesting. Shake my world, baby. Alright, so what are we looking for? Scapeshift or... We're looking to draw Scapeshift or Embercleave here. Pick-Axe ain't bad. So this thing's going up to 9. If I kill Nissa, they have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana next turn anyways. I think I just attack them and hope that... they don't do a thing next turn. So they have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 mana, 11 mana here, so we get Ulamogged. Turntimber Symbiosis, sure. Ha-ha! People were trash talking our pickaxes earlier. I hope you now understand the power of the pickaxe. Am I clicking submit here? We're kind of just racing, right? I guess maybe I want Bonecrusher Giant and Abrade on the draw to be a little bit more interactive, perhaps. Yeah, pickaxe has been sick. Like I have 2 different tramplers, right? And like this has evasion too. Oh yeah, they're on Cobra. Yeah, I should have Abrade too. Do you believe, chat? I'm up a game. I'm gonna draw a green source. Untap green, please. That's never lucky. That's fine. We wanted to kill their elf on one anyways, right? It's a strictly better play. Unfortunately, have to fetch to find our other color here. They're an Oracle of Moldiah. Okay, I definitely want to Braid for game 3. So a little bit more creature-based ramp than I was expecting. What do I want to trim? I'm gonna cut the Hellhounds, actually. They have a lot of blockers. Let's cut Elves. Let's cut Elves, actually. Let's do that. I'd rather be interactive than accelerating, I think. The United States has passed 7 million confirmed cases of COVID-19. We're number 1. We're number 1. We're number 1. So much winning, chat. But the rest of the world is super jealous. Lands, please. Lands. Every draw for the rest of the game. I mean, that technically qualifies, I guess. What if I Pick-Axe and then Spikefield Hazard attack? And then if I draw a Scapeshift next turn, I could kill them? I guess I kind of want to keep them off Nissa next turn. I think it's worth keeping them off a 5-drop next turn. Untapped green, please. So I can attack for... I can attack for plus 10 here, so that's not good enough. I'm going to go ahead and play the Scythecat. Yeah, we're going to set up for next turn. I'm going to play the Scythecat. We'll pay 3 here. We'll play the Pick-Axe. The next turn we can Scapeshift. I don't think I offer this trade. Actually, they missed a land drop, right? Do I offer this trade? Nah, I'm going to kill him next turn, right? I guess they're still pretty dead next turn, even if I don't take that trade. Land, 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 land. Fabled Passage, Fabled Passage, Fabled Passage, Fabled Passage. Any land. Fabled Passage, any land. It'll do, pig. It'll do. Let's get linear, linear. I want to get linear. Let's get into linear. Do 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 do. Man, this deck really wants a Plated Geopede. I guess, does it? Plated Geopede doesn't have evasion. This deck wants a Soaring Skycliffs. It deck definitely wants a Soaring Sea Cliffs. That's a card I would like. So, thoughts. Pick-Axe overperformed, especially with the fact that all 3 of these have some amount of evasion built in. This card was really stellar. Honestly, I think there's a chance that this might be better than Embercleave in what we're doing here. Hey, Valkyrie, good evening. Hope you're staying safe out there, wherever you're at in the world. Overall, in a world of main deck Aethergus, I can only say play a red-green deck with dubious power level at your own peril. That being said, you know, we had a number of turn 4 kills. This deck has okay linear draws. If you're looking for kind of a quirky, aggressive deck, you could probably win some games of Magic with this. If you already have, like, if you have other good decks from Historic, like if you have Scapeshifts crafted already, this deck's super cheap to craft, right? Like, the only rares are things that you're going to use in other formats. So, like, if you're playing Standard and you have these things, like, what you need to build it to screw around with it is, yeah, for example, in the Hoaglandia tournament, this could be a reasonable choice, because it's less likely that main deck Aethergust will be a thing there, etc., etc., etc. Would you play Oven in the Dredge deck? No, I don't think so. Alright, at any rate, if you're a new viewer or a returning viewer, remember, my schedule is split now, so I'm live every evening during the week now, but I'm also live in the morning still, so we've got Legend of Runeterra and some more Historic tomorrow morning. And then tomorrow night, I'll be back with Historic, as well as continuing my Horizon Zero Dawn playthrough that we've been playing on PC. This weekend, I am planning to not be live in the evenings, but I will be live both Saturday and Sunday morning. Everybody, stay safe out there. And remember, if you missed any of the action, you can catch up on all of it later on my YouTube channel.